Happy birthdays as well. You always find the latest courtyard permanent solution. Out of the box.
Hello and welcome to Radio Waves by Todderbert. If you enjoy reviews, comparisons, band scans of new and classic portable radios, then make sure to subscribe and tap the bell icon to miss any of my future videos. In front of us we have the Sangean PR-D14. It's an AM FM stereo portable radio with RDS and MP3 playback. I got this radio donated to the channel by Diesel1001. Awesome guy. Thank you very much. Awesome radio. Looking forward to reviewing it. Alright, so currently this radio sells for about $59 on Amazon. You might find it cheaper on eBay. Check around. But here we go. So here's the box. PR-D14. Here's a picture of the radio. It's a pretty big box. This reminds me of the PR-D4W, which is the auto-tuning AM specialist. Let's go ahead and turn this around here. This is a white radio. I believe it's only available in white. I'm kind of happy about that because you don't see the fingerprints as much. The high gloss is not a big factor. This is the box in the back here. We got some bullet points. There aren't many presets, just 10, 5 FM, 5 AM. It's kind of weak, but this is kind of more of an entertainment radio, just for fun and relaxation. We'll talk about that. Easy read LCD. You got the RDS system, USB, MP3, WM8 playback. You got the wake buzzer, auto scan stations. You can see snooze function, which is nice. 3-inch speaker. Go over some of those things, and some more little symbols there, and the UPC code. All right, so I took everything out of the box to make it easier. Set that aside. Just going to bring this down a little bit. First thing they give us in the box is an AC adapter. A switching style. They tell you to keep it at least 12 inches or further away. They give you enough cord for that, which is nice. So yeah, this is nice to have, so you don't have to worry about using batteries, because the radio does use D cells, and you can go through this pretty quick. But there's the rating, 6 volt, 1 amp output. Okay, sad there. Next we get the paperwork, and they're usually a little plastic bag. All right, so I believe they give you a warranty card. Extra insert here. I think this is about your switching power supply. Yep. Get rid of that. The warranty card is nice. You get 1-year warranty on this radio. Good to see that. I know some other smaller pocket radios are only 90 days. To see this radio has a year warranty is pretty good. There you go. And of course the book, multilingual. So we have English, French, the different languages there. And so let's go ahead and open it up. Give you an idea. Very easy to read. They're pretty good about their manuals. You can figure things out pretty quickly. Here they give an illustration of what the buttons do. And we'll kind of go over those and their functions. There's a display showing what the display does too. Again, fairly simple radio. I'm enjoying it. I just wanted to see what they got for specs here. Oh yeah, here's the alarm settings too. Just kind of flash that page there in case you want to know a little bit about that. I'll try to go over it. But it's more of a, definitely for alarm features, they give you quite a bit of options. So let's see, here's the back page I was looking for. Okay, so there's what it runs on. AC power adapter batteries, runs on 4D batteries. They give it 170 hours of listening, 4 hours a day at normal volume using alkaline cells. That's pretty good. I know there's some radios like the Sony ICF19 that gives you, I think it was 400 plus hours, but it's an AM FM only, and it's, a DSP radio. It's not digital like this one. Here we have FM and AM. You can switch the 9 or 10K stepping, 3-inch speaker. Okay, there you go. All right, so yeah, pretty simple stuff there. When I mean digital radio, I mean digital display. This radio definitely uses more energy than the smaller DSP radios like the Sony. All right, so let's go ahead and show you the radio. Bring that out. It's a bigger radio. Again, it's like the same size as the D4W. Same dimensions, just in a white, a little bit different button combinations. We'll go over the dimensions, including the volume knob. The length is 9 3/8 of an inch. The height is 5 3/8 of an inch. And the case depth is 2 3/8 of an inch. Okay, for size comparison, it is a rather large radio. I'll just pretty much take my little radios and kind of compare. Here's a CC pocket to give you an idea. For size, it's definitely portable still, but not a pocket radio for sure. And then of course we got a CC Skywave again to show you for size. There's a CC Skywave. Set there on the buttons. Gives you a general idea. And of course we have Iron Man. Bring him out. He's the man with the master plan. Fits where the speaker goes. There you go. Gives you an idea what a deck of cards looks like compared to this radio. Yeah, pretty decent sized radio. Okay, so let's go over features of the PR-D14. Let's go on the left hand side. Gonna have some nice features here. Headphone jack, excellent FM stereo sound, low noise floor, love it. Sangean always has great headphone experiences, and this one doesn't disappoint. So I'm very happy with the headphone output. Auxiliary in for your MP3 phones without Bluetooth. You can plug them in with a patch cable there. There's your DC input, 6 volts, 1 amp. There's your polarity. From the radio, we have this really cool white with silver scheme. I really like it. This is actually silver colored, the speaker grill. It's metal, and behind it is a 3-inch speaker, and it's painted white there in the center, which is kind of neat. You got Sangean here in like a gray silver metallic, along with these buttons here. So front here we have the clock displayed in 12-hour format, which can be set for 24-hour. It also will light up, so we get it to light up. There you go. It has like a light amber backlight. Power button acts as our sleep function, and I believe our snooze function also for the alarm clock. Here we have source. It's kind of like your band button. AM, FM, USB, and auxiliary in. We have a play mode. It lets you different play modes for the the USB player. So you can change from all the different repeat options. And I'll show you those. We have alarm 1, alarm 2. The alarms are really nice because they have, you can set them for once, every day, weekdays, weekends. And you can set them to AM or FM, buzzer, or USB. So they have a lot of options for the 2 alarms, which is great. And of course they have snooze functions too. Here's your menu key and info key, so RDS info. You can scroll through the RDS with that, and of course access your menu. Bottom here you'll see a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These are your preset keys. So you get 5 AM and 5 FM, and of course they have corresponding values there above. Here's one for the USB value going down a folder and up a folder, and USB drive, and then of course you have back, pause, play, and forward, and of course seek forward and seek back while you're playing the MP3. Tuning up and down, and of course setting your A to B track there on your MP3. And of course you have a scan and select button there. Use a select for the menu. All right, right hand side we have a volume control. It's really smooth and easy. There is no bass treble. I don't think it needs it. It sounds very good on most programs I'm listening to. So I'm pretty happy with that. So yeah, nice smooth volume control, liking that. Top of the radio we have the USB port. Just pull this off, it's like a jacket. And there's your USB spot right there. I have a thumb drive we'll put in there in a little bit. Here's our antenna. Measures 27 inches and this pivots 360 degrees. And it looks like they cut it out nice here where you can swivel this pretty easily to get that best reception. And going to the back of the radio, let's flip this over. You'll see it has a little grip bar. There's no handle, there's no strap to put on this radio, but it does have that. I do find that it is nice to have that when you go to grab it from the front. In the back, you kind of carry it like this. It's better than nothing. I usually pick up with both hands though. Back here's a Sangean RDS AM auxiliary in USB digital receiver, and then you have your frequency ranges there again, and the 4 D cells. You can see how they're put in there. There's a single top cell, positive goes to the right hand side of the radio, and in the bottom row there's 3 D cells with the positive going to the left. And I'll open this up to show you that. So it's behind this door here. Hinge door, which is nice. There's the D batteries. I'll bring it up to the camera here. And you can see they give you a little strap to pull those batteries out. They're not easy taking them in and out. Tight fit, but yep, 4D batteries. Giving that 170 hours of runtime at normal volume. That's pretty nice. So let's go ahead and turn this around. And we'll talk about FM reception, then I'll plug a USB drive in and we'll do an audio test with this and go from there. So let's go ahead and talk about FM reception. So I base my radios on a 5-tier system, which starts out fair, okay, good, very good, and excellent, so 5-star rating, and kind of in between. And most radios average about 2.5 stars, right in the middle at okay to good. And digital radios tend to be a little bit better, good to very good. This particular one came in at very good to excellent, so it got 80 plus stations. I found that amazing. Excellent rating is around 90 stations in my area, to give you an idea. I only have 1 or 2 radios that have done that. I believe one is the Field BT by Eaton, and the other one is the Sangean, I believe, the PR-D14, and possibly the EP Pro. So those 3 radios are really good on FM, and this one's not bad at all, being very close to that, very good to excellent rating. And of course, the selectivity was very good, excellent, with only one major station bleed over, and that was because it's my strong local FM station. Nothing you can do about that typically. So there you go for the FM reception. Amazing radio on FM, loving it. You do have to tweak the antenna a little bit. You do have to. It's very directional sensitive on the FM, so to get those stations, I did have to work the antenna a bit, but was able to do it. So let's go ahead and plug in the USB drive. Now, the neat thing about the USB, which we'll do is turn on the radio here in a second. The USB drive, they say you can have a max of 200 folders, a max size of 32 gigabytes, and a max file amount of 9,999 files. So keep that in mind when you're loading up your little flash drive or whatever flash drive you use. I'm using one of these little tiny ones. These are great low profile drives, but they're kind of hard to get in and out of the radio, but they don't stick up crazy. So when you're carrying it, it's less likely to snap off because they give you that warning. I'm just going to go ahead and plug this in here. So it does it on camera. There we go. So I'll plug this little 16 gig in there. That's what I got in there. This won't quite close. It'd be cool if it did. But it has a little bit of a thing there, but not too bad. So we'll turn the radio on. Right now we're on an FM station. So I can show you that. We're going to go right to the USB, and then we'll go ahead and play around with what the features are on the radio. So let's do our audio. So we're going to go to the USB drive here. It's reading it. It's going to play where you left off, which is nice. Let's get to track 1. And I'll run this for a few minutes. And I'll show you the display as we go. Gives a little idea there. As you saw, the play mode, it has repeat the same song over and over. It has repeat all songs in the same folder over and over. We have repeat all on the USB drive, so continuous. And then we have a random repeat mode, random all. So that's pretty nice. And of course you have your A/B select. So let's go ahead and change folders. Let's look at some old time radio here.
Presenting the transcription feature, Superman! Look, up in the sky!
So you got folder 2, track 11.
Superman! Yes, it's Superman.
And you got the file.
From the planet Krypton, who came to Earth with powers and abilities far beyond those of mortal men. Superman, who can leap tall buildings.
Countdown for blast off. X minus 5, 4, 3, 2, X minus 1, fire.
Okay, so there you go. Pretty cool. I love using it for classic radio. It sounds fantastic. So we'll go ahead and pause it. And of course you can fast forward.
Of the unknown. You'll live in a million magazine.
Kind of jumps.
In the next minute, brilliant young. The latest devices. Self-cleaning robot bake. Garden. Self-sprinkling fire protection. See, the house is fully automatic. Well, you could go away for a year and it would run itself.
So it doesn't do it smoothly, just does it in little block steps as you fast forward or seek back. But good enough for me. Okay, so let's go ahead and turn out pretty simple USB playback. Let's go ahead and go to FM just to show you that RDS is working. So here you'll look and you'll see, let me just kind of angle this way. It seems to be easier to read. RDS symbol. FM stereo, there's your single strength indicator. This is the RDS information we're getting. You can cycle that. Frequency, RDS, type. It's going to give some information, station information. Star 105.5, give you an idea. And it shows the calendar too, which is nice. Day of the week, year, and of course the full date. And of course there's our time, 10:26. So yeah, the FM works really good. RDS is easy. And when you tune, you can tune this radio in 100 kilohertz steps or 50 kilohertz steps, which is nice. You can access the menu, pressing and holding the menu key. And it should let you change it. So you can change the date, clock, there's your version. Now the FM band, you can change this. You can go from 87 to 108, 76 to 90, 64 to 108, and 76 to 108. So it has 4 different choices for FM. Pretty nice. And then, let's see, I went the wrong way. See, there's your 9, 10K stepping there. You can change the AM to that. And then the FM you can change to 50 kilohertz stepping for those stations that are in between for international. And for those who have some local analog signals still on the TV band. So there you go. Clock 24 hour to 12 hour. Snooze function you can change from 5, 10, 15 to 20 minutes. And FM auto, this is if you want stereo or if you want that station you're listening to be mono. I noticed that once you set it once, it doesn't stick. So if you change the tuning, it automatically defaults back to auto. So if you're just listening to the station you want it to be mono, you have to hit that. So I believe that was all the menu choices. Let's just double check. Okay, so this here is the clock manual. You can set this to clock auto and it'll use the RDS clock signal. I don't like that because it tends to be wrong with my stations. It tends to be an hour off because they don't take into account for daylight saving sometimes. So there you go. That's the menu. Pretty basic. So let's go ahead and do the AM, do a little band scan, see what you can do. It does pretty good at night. I've already done some fun tuning with this during the day and night. I'm very happy with it. It reminds me of, like I said, the D4W, but no auto tuning. So let's go ahead and... So 10K steps, there's just 10K, there's no 1K, and there's no bandwidths. But, you know, it's not too bad. You can still get a lot done. So we're just going to go ahead and go to the bottom of the band here. Okay, barely getting CIAO, Brampton, Ontario, which is 441 miles, 250 watts. WAUK, Jackson, Wisconsin.
Race, about crime, about politics, about all the things that divide us, so that we can find the things that might unite us. That's what AM 560's own Joe Walsh and
this is WND Chicago.
I'm going to get it and hit the ball here. You want to turn it through the kind of team. He's going to come inside and look in the hook as well.
This is WNAX, Yankton, South Dakota. It's about 460 miles away at 5,000 watts.
Marquis Perez, again, with the garage is long.
It does respond well with a passive loop, mainly during the day, a little bit in the evening, but better results during the day.
Saturday around 3 in the afternoon. Your ABC6 first warning. Weather clear and cool tonight, a low around 40. I'm Allison Wyant. More news at the top of the hour and on demand at 10WCAN.com.
Tried other flooring.
Okay, so it's at WTVN. It's Columbus, Ohio, 330 miles, 5,000 watt tower. It's nice to get that.
When a truck is down, it's pricey and difficult to find roadside assistance after hours.
620's TMJ, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
24/7. They know tires and service.
Music is 630 is CFCO, Chatham, Ontario, 310 miles, 6,000 watt tower. 640 is WMFN, Peatone, Illinois, 75 miles, 1,600 watts at night.
I'm glad to have her back again. Donnie Young, who later became known as Johnny Paycheck. Turn up your radio. I'm warning you, this is the real deal here on WSM.
There you go, the real deal. That's cool. WSM, Nashville, Tennessee, 434 miles.
Sylvester Stallone's character.
Now, how would he say that?
You heard it. 2 outs and a man at first. Conference on the mound. I'm not sure if this kid.
WSCR, the score,
up here
Chicago. Okay, 690 CKGM, Montreal, Quebec, 763 miles. Nice.
The 35th pitcher in Major League history to reach that milestone. And they recognize the achievement on the video board, and the crowd will come to its feet to salute Max Scherzer on strikeout number 2,500. Max waves to the crowd. He's in a rhythm. He wants to keep going. Twice he doffed his cap. In a little wave, but he never likes to wait. He nods his head, says he's ready to go.
He became the third fastest pitcher to reach that.
Cool. WLW, Cincinnati, Ohio, 300 miles.
So in 3. Slow stuff.
Infield place him.
720 WGN. Music there is CFZM, Toronto, Ontario, 460 miles. Always sounds like a local station sometimes. Nice.
Even better, there's no messy strips or trays that you have to leave in your mouth for an hour. Just swab your teeth for 5 minutes.
WSB, Atlanta, Georgia, 630 miles.
69. Your bright white smile will have your...
Seller to 49776. You can buy it on Amazon, go to Barnes & Noble, or text bestseller.
WJR, Detroit, Michigan, 270 miles.
49776. That's bestseller.
Against the Selma police force, the local police force. Who are the antagonists here, Professor, on both sides?
WABC, New York City, New York, 750 miles.
Well, the Sheriff Jim Clark.
That's coming in really clear. So time is 10:33 p.m. Central Daylight Savings Time near Chicago, Illinois.
Over the next couple of weeks, he added, most know the answer to what happened to him.
The fair press, the good press.
780 WBBM, Chicago. Just going to kind of scroll up a little quicker here.
Youth baseball and softball throughout the upper Midwest. And
WCCO, Minneapolis, Minnesota, 310 miles. 810 is usually WGY, Albany, New York, 740 miles. Let's go up to
is the quarterback of this team this year.
Denver, KOA Denver, Colorado, 890 miles.
And we'll also have to couple that with seeing how Drew locked it.
860 CJBC, Toronto, Ontario.
Having fun and grilling in the backyard. What? Maybe a big screen TV or a killer sound system.
WWL, New Orleans, Louisiana.
Entertaining with their audio video
865 miles.
ABS can set your backyard.
The manager of effectively his hometown team.
WCBS, New York, New York.
Whitefish Bay.
Carolina.
Okay, I'm just going to go all the way up here.
Thousands of live events and exclusive original
WMVP Chicago.
content.
Trying to understand where they were coming from.
KDK Pittsburgh, 450 miles.
Gettysburg Address. He basically went back to the declaration.
May apply, subject to change without notice. Offer available on approved purchases of select new unregistered Kawasaki vehicles. Offer valid for a limited time
WBZ, Boston,
only.
Massachusetts. 880 miles.
It's a country.
I don't know what the music's going on there.
Mind all the time.
Boston were rained out. Meanwhile, Toronto beat Oakland 4-2. Vlad Guerrero's Major League debut, 1 for 4 with a double. Chicago is outslugging Detroit. That's a game that Detroit led.
So this is 1100 WTAM, Cleveland, Ohio, 345 miles.
Detroit 11-10.
Hey, Cardinals Nation. This is Andrew Miller.
KMOX, St. Louis, Missouri.
To be part of one of the most historic
275 miles.
Tell me that you'll do it right, and that you'll take it.
WRVA, Richmond, Virginia.
Report your results to you.
I'm just going to kind of scroll up the dial here.
Other than performative coonery. We shouldn't take anything that the president.
WPHT, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, 700 miles.
This seems to me just analysis here.
So we're just going to go to the top here. A lot of stations. The reason why I'm going quick is because you're going to get a evening and daytime band scan. So I'll do a full scan on each of those bands for you guys. We're just going to do like a little demo here.
Happened a playoff game in the history of the NBA. Only
WCKY, Cincinnati, Ohio.
Return to rule by kings.
KXCL, Waterloo, Iowa.
Curious.
210 miles. Let's go up to 1610. CHHA, Toronto. I haven't been getting them too clearly lately on any of my radios. So there must be an interfering station or something. Music there sometimes clears up real nice. KCJJ, Iowa City, Iowa. 175 miles, 1,000 watts at night. And we're up to 1700. Typically there's two stations here. One's KBGG and another one's Hispanic music. Okay, great. We'll turn this off. Alright, so there we go. Yeah, the Sangean PR-D14. Overall impressions, pretty happy with it. My wife really likes it. She loves the color, loves the white on white with a silver trim. She likes the ease of tuning. She likes the USB folder option. I actually like that too. So we're probably going to fight over this radio a little bit, but I think she's going to get it to keep it. I guess I could leave that little drive in there. It doesn't seem to really stick out too much there. That's nice. I think I'll just do that. Just leave that little USB guy in there, and then I'll just add my files once in a while. Not bad. So yeah, does it get a recommended buy? Sure, $59. You get the AC adapter, which is awesome. You get the ability to run it on D-cell batteries, have it as like a backup radio if the power's out, you got alarms. You could use this as a regular alarm clock radio, which I think is really cool. So you can have a really neat tuner. Also, the medium wave is very good during the day and evening. I actually enjoyed this nulls very nicely. So as you turn it, it really grabs that station, those faint stations really nicely. There's no auto tuning to soft mute anything. I do like the fact that this nulls very nicely as you turn it. So if you're definitely AM listener, you'll enjoy that. Even if you don't have the bandwidth controls or bass treble or even the 1 kHz tuning, you're still able to DX with this radio, definitely. I have, and I found some new stations with it too. You'll get to see that in my band scans. Very cool stuff. So yeah, definitely a radio I'd recommend. Definitely a buy, especially if you need a USB feature. I enjoy having that too. So there it is. Hope you enjoyed the presentation of the Sangean PR-D14. Please give me a big like if you enjoyed that. 2, if you are new to the channel, you like Sangean radios, and you haven't subscribed yet, hit subscribe, hit the bell icon, get notified of future videos. I'm always on the lookout for good Sangean radios. I have quite a collection so far, so if you're interested, check out the playlist at the end of this video. It has a bunch of different Sangean radio reviews. You can look over and see what fits your lifestyle. They have a lot of different radios. I love them. they're one of my favorites. Like, I'm a Sony fanboy, but Sangean kind of fills that gap pretty good for me. So I guess I'd be a Sangean fanboy also. Definitely. And of course, third, comment below what you think about this particular model, the PR-D14. Would you get this? Would you get the PR-D4W? It has a weather band, has a lot more tuner stuff on the AM band. Or would you get some other model that strikes your fancy? Let me know. All right, guys. Well, thanks for watching. Take care, and we'll see you in future episodes. Bye-bye.